So this is the Fear Teacher's first form right here. And we got first introduced to him in issue 1 of the Avengers United. Now I'm finna show you how they even beat them, because Black Panther was getting fucked up by this dude. So after he kicked him, right, they got rid of this fucking staff thing. They got the jumping him and shit. Right after he grabbed T'Challa ass. Go to issue 3. In this issue, you see Thor run up, right? And he cracked the fuck out of him when he's talking shit, talking about some you can't fly. But his ass said, oh shit, he can fly. Sends his ass flying. Captain Marvel runs up, right? And she see fucking Thor just riding past his ass. I mean, just getting flown back. Wanda tries to pull up a little bit after that, right? Binds him down a little bit. And she runs up on him, and this is where we learn the letter L be beating her ass. As we see that shit beat her ass because they're wards and it guards against her magic. Don't worry, Thor fans, he did come back and get a little hit off his ass. Issue 4. This where these motherfuckers come up, the people of Gesh. They kind of sedate his ass for a minute, right? His ass wakes up from that shit, pulls his eye out, throw that motherfucker. And that bitch ended up becoming like this big ass shield thing, I guess it was. Because he put fucking Sam in there and they couldn't get through that shit. And he was in there beating his ass. That's when old girl came through, right? She punches his ass. He knocks her ass right the fuck back out. She the queen of they people. Then he goes right back to whooping his ass. I want to say this issue 5. In this issue, he get that thing back. I talking about that spear thing, right? Black Panther hits him. That shit ain't fucking kill him though. Until he's had a whole conversation, like 3-4 pages later, he fucking had a whole conversation. Then he tells you, deaf, I become something more. So then you hear, no, don't let his ass. He's like, what? He dead. What the fuck the matter? He's like, nah, he not dead. He changed. And Black Panther let us know it's basically like an insect development stage. It was an egg to a caterpillar. As he up here looking at this goo, her ass still scared about what the fuck he finna be coming to. And she let us know they got a weapon. They have a weapon. She talking about the other side of the people that they fighting and shit. Cause it's like a civil war shit going on with her people. A weapon of last resort of mass destruction. I'm sorry, Avengers. I'm sorry. They call it destruction. They call it the Fear Teacher. As we see this thing's real form. This is what the fuck was beating the shit. Not this one. There's lesser ones. I'm gonna tell you later. But this one they still ain't been able to beat the fuck up like that. Issue 6 starts off with they ass beat the fuck up. Everybody just beat the fuck up. Black Panther on the tree and shit. And then you see Thor up here getting choked up by the Fear Teacher, talking about some, you an interesting fellow, you a god and shit. Started beating the shit out of Thor, dogging his ass, smacking the shit out of him. This is why I was saying, like, hell no, Thor ain't on fucking Superman level yet. Don't get me wrong, he ain't got all the items he got currently, but watch, bro was dodging this shit. He ain't faster than the speed of fucking light. He was blasting his ass, right? Thor called for his damn hammer. That bitch comes to him, he tells him, you talk too much. Tries to throw it on him, bro just ducks, then come through, clear his ass. Beat the shit out of his ass. The hammer supposed to be faster than fucking Thor. That motherfucker comes back as he was dogging his, I'm talking about kicking the shit out of his ass. And he dodges that hammer. That shit wasn't shit. He ain't moving at light speed, none of that shit. Wanda comes through. He started taking it, fuck dodging it. He was taking that shit, just coming at her ass. Jumps into the fucking air, comes down, kick the shit out of her ass. Then just proceed to beat the fuck out of her. Look at that shit, having her by her hair, just dogging her shit. Then he talked about Captain Marvel is powerful like a god, but she's like magical like a sorceress is. She talking about some, I'm gonna come through, kick your ass. Punches that motherfucker, he eat that shit, and still back off on her fucking ass. Issue 8. This motherfucker at this point in time just fucking up shit. He killing the damn, the army and shit that's trying to help. They get to blast him and shit. Shit is not working against him. He's beating the army's ass. He grabs this motherfucker by his neck as he talking shit, talking about some part of me don't want to do what I'm finna do. It's important because you see a hand come through his chest, right? It was Vision. You would think that shit'll work, right? He talking about some, you will not harm one more living creature. I was like, yeah, Android, this is a new sensation. I would assume this works usually, right? Reaches back and elbow the fuck out his ass. Then he comes through with the whole haymaker, fucking up Vision. So this where Tony had to come through, right? And was asking, what's the Fear Teacher's life cycle? He's like, what do you mean? Just tell me how old, is there any old Fear Teachers? You see this motherfucker beating the shit out of fucking Black Panther through Iron Man's fucking visor. It said, oh, nah, this a new one. That shit, we ain't got no old ones. He's like, all right, that makes sense. Carol, we gotta go to the attack. He said, we just gotta apply the pressure on his ass, right? So he goes up in the air, and they start beaming them. Everybody did. Her, Vision, Black Panther with the Gash people start blasting them. Even Wanda was hitting his ass with magic and shit. He's like, what your readings tell you is like just a little bit longer. Should be his metabolism was fucking crazy. Motherfuckers even taking hits from Thor and shit. His lightning and shit. They pouring down on him like a motherfucker. And he up here, he's getting hit. Man, the next thing you see is his ass with his hand in the air, choking the shit out of fucking Captain Marvel. He goes to punches her ass, but it don't do shit because the motherfucker's metabolism down now. That's what T'Challa came through, stole off on his ass. And all they did was subdue his ass for the moment. The next time we seen him, he was locked up, right? And they had some more. This later, this like issue 24. They've been fighting these motherfuckers for a minute. Issue 24, 25 around there. They up here fighting. They made 5 of these motherfuckers, but they're not strong as the original one that was whooping their ass. But they still was out there fucking them up. Thor, all of them still. But like I said, they wasn't on the level as the real fear teacher. But they was fucked. This is where you see that Black Panther getting fucked up. And Captain Marvel. And Wanda. It was Iron Man again who had to leave to go figure out how the fuck to take these motherfuckers down. This dude right here was like, man, you don't understand perfectly what you're saying, Iron Man, but there is no off switch for them. In the past, whenever a fear teacher has gone on a rampage, we just simply endure the destruction and wait for them to weaken. As you see, one of them beat the shit out of fucking damn Vision. He says they need either a nutrient pack or it's quite simply enough time to replenish their strength. Deprive them of either and you can strike them down. He said, man, they're going to kill my friends long before they need a nap. There must be some weakness. He said, this is not my type of expertise. They was engineered to be unstoppable. The only flaw they possess is that unlike some of the brutes that spawn them, the fear teachers can't fly. He said, what? They can't? Them fear teachers, the one that's fighting them now, the 5 of them. This where Thor actually did some impressive shit. He got tired of fucking with this one right here. Throws his fucking hammer. Talking about some, this one wasn't quite finished cooking, it seems. Through dude ass. First dub that we didn't see him from this motherfucker throughout the whole book, because he was getting his ass beat the fuck up. This is where they all started to, get a little bit weaker. And Vision ass was starting to get his licks back too. But the motherfuckers wasn't no joke. They still was out there. The fucking queen, she ended up turning on everybody. We found out she was the one that staged all this extra shit. She gets this motherfucker out of jail, right? She thought he was good. This the original fear teacher. Snap her shit. Come on, fuck them damn politicians. They love to hear themselves. Then he throws her ass, right? And walk up on fucking Sam. So the way that they beat them, right? They had to run and go meet up with each other, round them up type shit, right? As soon as they did that and got them in the room, they made a portal for them to go through. They told Vision to leave and make a ship for them. He did. He made them motherfuckers go through his chest as he was fucking making sure that they went to where they need to go, which was the moon of where the planet where they came from. Ain't shit there for them. At that point in time, the damn story was over with on this part. The Iron Man checked on them and they were still fighting amongst themselves. And there was a blockade on the motherfucking moon too. So they can't get out really it's gonna be hard for them to get out of that moon. But the fear teachers are ferociously intelligent. So if and when they repair or construct the craft to allow them to leave, they talking about they gonna be ready. They're not gonna be ready for that shit. They finna get fucked up. I'm pretty sure the next time we see these motherfuckers, they gonna be even more fucking powerful. I don't see them. The only motherfuckers that I can see like beating their ass for real would be Hulk. Cause the longer he go, he gets stronger. The longer these motherfuckers go, they get somewhat weaker.